Suplexes and stuff, where legends collide. In the wrestling ring, we take you for a ride. Join us for the chaos, the suplexes, the stuff, because it's time for a podcast that's a diamond in the rough. Suplexes and Stuff is a podcasting pinnacle, where the reviews are for fun and usually not cynical. What's up, friends and foes? Welcome back to another action-packed, jam-packed episode of Suplexes and Stuff with your host, Steven. It is Monday the 19th. No, it isn't Monday. I'm sorry. What the heck am I talking about? As of recording this, it is Thursday night, Friday morning, October 19th, 20th. So, yeah, it's pretty much Friday, October 20th. So, got some things to talk about and some ideas to put for you. Some ideas and plans here, announcements, if you will. First off, I wanted to say that 5-Star Wrestling will be back at the Pajama Factory November 18th for 13. This will happen, like I said, November 18th at the Pajama Factory at about 7-8 o'clock. Check out their socials. I'll link you a link in the description of this. You'll catch a link for that. Always go check them out. They got dates from, I do believe, December might be the last one, and then all the way next year too. So with that being said, we'll put a pin on that. That's going to be one of my announcements coming up. So before I get into the announcements, I want to say a new restaurant, a new eatery has opened up in the area of my hometown here. Boulevard Good to Go down there at the Good to Go gas station. It is a sister location or a second location for Boulevard Rub and Subs. Very good food. We've had their chicken wings already, but nothing else yet. Very much yet. I'm gonna I think in the very extreme near future check out a cheeseburger. Some of the most lowest prices for food around here. The chicken wings were phenomenal. Quite possibly, probably the best garlic parmesan wings I've ever had. That sauce is absolutely out of this world. You gotta check that out when you can. Absolutely check that out. Sorry about that. I thought I had some audio issues, but I digress. Yeah, check out Boulevard Good to Go. I'll also link their Facebook in the description here. I do believe that's on all the media they're on at the moment for that particular one. But yeah, like I said, check those guys out. Check out 5-Star Wrestling. There's some good things going on in the area of Williamsport and surrounding areas. Before I grab into my announcements here, let me think if there's anything else we want to talk about yet. Scooptober is going. I gotta put some more horror reviews up on the old TikTok. That's what I've been doing for what I'm calling Scooptober. Quite a few more coming up. I do want to check out, and I will be reviewing Five Nights at Freddy's, so we'll see how good that is or wasn't. Yeah, we'll check out Scoogalucci on TikTok and YouTube. So, yeah, I guess we'll get into the announcements. I just wanted to let you guys know that there's plans here for Coach and I to cover in a long form NXT from now, starting on the week of the first night of October, the first night of Halloween Havoc of NXT. If you followed me, Steven, the Duke, whatever you know me as, for long enough, you've known that NXT and I are synonymous, really. If you go back on my YouTube channels, I started first off covering like what Raw and NXT and stuff like that, but I really fell in love with NXT. Started when I first heard rumors of Bray Wyatt and FSW. Honestly, probably say that the black and gold era, well, I guess it's still now black and gold from what I'm seeing. NXT black and gold, that very first official era, where we get the 4 horsewomen of NXT, that might be my favorite era of all time. So I'm very passionate about NXT, and that was something that I definitely noticed and we talked much about with Coach Calvin, Coach Raph, whatever he was to call him. I thought that we had excellent conversation about NXT, and I wish to have more. I reached out to him and I asked him if he'd like to do a long-form discussion and cover NXT on a podcast, and he said yep. And tentatively moving forward here, very busy man, father, stuff like that. Got stuff with my own stuff coming up too, health-wise. So, as long as we can fit it in, that's the plans to do that. Hope you guys are down for the ride. And that would be the first announcement. That's something we're going to be looking forward to. Something that you should be looking forward to in the future is our coverage of NXT. Now, I don't know if we're going to cover night 1 of NXT and then do night 2 the other week, and then maybe potentially Crown Jewel. We'll see. We'll see what goes on. I have to speak to him, Coach. But we'll see what goes on there. But that's definitely something to look forward to in the future. I'm very excited for that. Like I said, I'm pretty passionate about NXT. Might have fallen off the wagon a little bit, but I'm now back on it, and I have been watching, as you know, as if you've been following Suplexes and Stuff, and since the beginning of episode 1, I've been steadily covering NXT and their premium live events, so I'm caught up. I know what's going on. I know most of the people by now. Some of them still pop up once in a while, and I don't know exactly who they are or whatever. But I pretty much know the I know all the storylines. I know the people. So that is going to be happening. And the second announcement is the series that you're listening to right now that I've been doing. Since I want to branch out, I wanted to do this. This NXT series will be called Next Up, tentatively, of course, unless I find something better or whatever. I really like NXT Next Up. Fits in with their motto or whatever. And what you're listening to right now, the main Suplexes and Stuff series, where I cover my weekly take or bi-weekly take on my wrestling intake, will be called The Intake. So, next up, The Intake, and when I put a pin back in talking about 5-Star Wrestling, when I said that they had plans to have shows at the Pajama Factory all next year, I want to go ahead and tell you that I do plan on covering pro wrestling. Excuse me, one second. Sorry about that. Pro Wrestling Revolver, Tales from the Ring. That will be the last time that anything but really televised national premium service, streaming service stuff will be covered on The Intake. I want to cover smaller stuff like that and smaller scale streaming stuff YouTube, IWTV, maybe Fights T Plus, and shows that I attend in person, which I plan on doing every show at the Pajama Factory next year. So I will be calling that series Tales from the Nosebleeds, and cover, like I said, those type of events. I don't know if I'll do that bi-weekly or monthly, tentative on the schedule there. I'm going to cover certain things a certain way. If I attend the show, I'll review it. If I've seen it and paid for it, I'll review it. I do want to throw in maybe some high tension wrestling and Smash Master Wrestling now. I want to cover those differently. I'll let you guys know how I plan on doing that. I haven't really figured that out yet, but I'm not going to review those because those guys are nice enough to put those events on YouTube, awesomely edited for our enjoyment. I don't want to review those as much as maybe just like I do on here, the long form coverage, long form discussion. Just talk about that, send you guys over to the YouTube channel to have you guys watch that and enjoy that. So, with that being said, those are my announcements. 3 series going forward here on Suplexes and Stuff. We'll now be offering 3 series. The Intake, which is the main series where I cover my weekly to bi-weekly professional wrestling intake. Next up, which will be the coach and I discussing a long-form content. Well, not super long, maybe about 20-30 minutes or whatever, tentatively. I like that word. Going forward for just this discussion, 2 guys shitting around, as Will Sasso brilliantly says, about NXT, and then Tales from the Bleachers, and Tales from the Nosebleeds. Yeah, in my mind I'm going between the 2 of them, but I like Nosebleeds, and that'll be my coverage of indie and stuff like that. I don't know what that was. Maybe a mouse got in the trap, who knows? But yeah, just as far as that goes, those are the announcements. That's my intro. I couldn't think of anything else to say about my plans or anything like that moving forward right now. So, let's go ahead and read deep from the Book of Smart Mark for the last 2 weeks, and I'll catch you guys up with my October wrestling intake, because we are going to be moving quickly forward into, like I said, 2 nights of Halloween Havoc, and Bound for Glory is going to be this Saturday. And I do want to say, before I jump into reading from the Book of Smart Mark, I don't see too many people or hear too many people talking about that, and surely not the big people, and surely not the big people in our area mention it. And the fact that Bound for Glory is in Chicago this weekend. There's been a lot of scuttlebutt. I don't like to do this, but I'm just, if it happens, I can tip the old hat. So I just wanted to put this in here right at the end here of my intro, and I'm just saying that because of it being in there, and you probably know where I'm going here. Like I said, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but I heard some people say, but I've also mentioned this myself on social media, that I think this will happen. There's been a lot of scuttlebutt about CM Punk going back to WWE, and then them saying no or whatever. You hear what you hear, you believe what you believe. Now, do I believe 110%? Am I certain? Am I concrete on the fact that this is going to happen? No. But, my big conspiracy, my big pie in the sky thought for this week, we are Friday. We are on Friday morning here. Tomorrow, Saturday, my thoughts are CM Punk is going to be at Bound for Glory. They've teased that somebody is definitely going to be there as a surprise. They, on either their YouTube channel, had said a hotel is booked, a flight's been booked. So they've already said somebody's going to be there. There was some commentary on a UFC bout or mixed martial arts bout of some kind, where CM Punk was on the microphone on commentary, and they had said something about him going to another company, this, that, or the third, and you know, a lot of people had thought that was WWE. Maybe they took a shot, and they were saying about him going to Impact, and you know what I mean, he didn't want to break that. Now, am I crazy? Probably. I am, you know, just under the borderline of getting Fifth Floor crazy. But no, really, I mean, if you look back at it, CM Punk did show up at the Impact back when Trinity debuted. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not sitting here really saying that, yeah, that's for sure going to happen, and I'll eat my hat if it don't happen. But no, I'm just saying it, you know, hey, if it happens, you know, give your boys flowers. I've been saying that. I've been saying, you know, hey, it's a perfect time. Impact, I don't know if he has I'm sure there's the no complete or whatever, if anything. But I'm just saying, hey, you know, and we're already 15 minutes into the intro, but hey, I'm just saying. If he shows up, I wouldn't be too surprised. And now, let's go ahead and read deep from the Book of Smart Mark. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's read deep from the Book of Smart Mark. We're going from Raw 10, October 22nd to 2023, from all the way to Collision on 10/7/2023. So let me tell you what happened on the wrestling shows I watched this week. On Raw, we had Imperium defeat the Alpha Academy, Bronson Reed defeat Cedric Alexander, Tegan Knox defeated Chelsea Green, and Drew McIntyre defeated The Miz. On NXT, I do believe that's all they had for Raw. If I do mistakenly forget something, I apologize. On NXT from October 3rd, 2023, we had British Strong Style, which was, as we know, Butch and Tyler Bate defeating the Gallus Boys. Lyra Valkyria defeating Indy Hartwell, Roxanne Perez in his triple threat match. And Kalani Jordan defeating Izzy Yane. Oh my Jesus. Tongue-tied. Kalani Jordan defeating Izzy Dane. Then we had Thea Hale and JC Jane defeating Elektra Lopez and Lola Vice. And for the main event, we had Dirty Dom defeating Trick Williams. And we move on to Dynamite from October 4th, 2023. We had Ray Phoenix defeating Nick Jackson. We had Wardlow defeating Griff Garrison. We had The Acclaimed defeating The Butcher, The Blade, and Kip Sabian. The Acclaimed with Daddy Ass, of course, I include that. Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega defeated Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita. Then we had Timeless Tony Storm defeating Sky Blue in the main event. And we move on to Impact from October 5th, 2023. We had Chasa Steels defeating Killer Kelly, Jake Something, Dirty Dango, Champagne Singh, and Eric Young defeat Jordynne Grace. Oh, excuse me. Hold on a second here. Where am I going? What is this? Jake Something, Dirty Dango, Champagne Singh, Eric Young, and Jordynne Grace defeat Brian Myers, Shira, Kylan King, Jody Threat, and Bully Ray. We had ABC defeating John Schuyler and Jay Vidal because his partner was out at a wedding, I think it was, something like that. We had Moose defeating Bhupinder Gujjar. Bhupinder Hoosier. I do believe that's, I hear it pronounced like 2 different ways on commentary. We had Josh Alexander defeating Khan in an awesome main event. We move on to Ring of Honor from the same night, October 5th, 2023. Athena defeats Layla Hirsch. Wow. First legit pin for the legit Layla Hirsch in a long time. Josh Woods defeats Tyler Dane. Rocky Romero defeated Christopher Daniels. Scorpio Sky defeat Fred Rosser. Sky Blue and Kira Hogan defeat Lady Frost and the Renegade Twins. Ethan Page defeated Invictus Cash. TMDK defeated the Infantry. And in the main event, Satoshi Kojima defeated Tony Nese. Oh wait, that wasn't the main event because Billy Starks defeated Trish Adora. Darius Martin defeated Lee Johnson. Shane Taylor Promotions defeated the Iron Savages. Cole Carter and Griff Garrison Commander and Gravity defeat Serpentico, Angelico, and Gringo. Oh, Commander and Gravity defeat Serpentico, Angelico, and Gringo Loco. And I had that all messed up at the end there, but I digest. I apologize. We move on to SmackDown from October 6, 2023. We had Asuka and Charlotte Flair defeating Damage Control. And Bobby Lashley defeating Rey Mysterio. We had Dragon Lee defeating Austin Theory. LA Knight defeated Jimmy Uso in the main event. And on Rampage from the 6th of October, the Hardys and the Best Friends defeat Parker, Menard, and Daniel Garcia. And Jake Carragher. Oh wait, yep. Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta defeated Wise Guy Ruiz and Levi Shapiro. Commander defeated Lince Dorado. Johnny TV and Penta El Zero Miedo defeated Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander. Yeah. Johnny TV and Penta El Zero Miedo. Commander defeated Lince Dorado. And Johnny TV and Penta El Zero Miedo in a scramble type match. Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander defeated Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir to end the Rampage. And on Collision from the 7th, Big Bill and Ricky Starks defeat FTR to become AEW Tag Team Champions. Can you believe that? Bryan Danielson defeated Kyle Fletcher. The Bang Bang Gang defeated Angelico, Metalik, and Gravity. The Acclaim defeated the Iron Savages. Timeless Tony Storm defeated Kira Hogan. Eddie Kingston defeated Commander. And God willing, now we're on to Pick 6 of the week. Geez, guys, I completely forgot that with week 1 came Fastlane, and I completely forgot to where's my pick? Oh, here we go. I almost forgot to cover that. So let's go through and cover that real quick to end out week 1, and then we'll give you the pick 6. Fastlane 2023. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defeat the Judgment Day to become the Tag Team Champions. This gets a 7 from me. Because this is a premium live event, I will be reviewing the matches and the show in itself. of course, as we know. LWO and Carlito. The returning Carlito, welcome back, defeated Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits for a 7. Io Sky defeated Asuka and Charlotte Flair in an awesome triple threat. This gets an 8.5 out of me. John Cena and LA Knight defeated The Bloodline for a 7. And in the main event, Seth Rollins defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. This was amazing. This one gets a 9 out of me. Fastlane gets a 7.25 from me. Your week 1 pick 6 goes a little something like this. If I could ever find it. Pick 6. My man of the week is Bobby Lashley. My woman of the week is Timeless Toni Storm. My team of the week is Ricky Starks and Big Bill. My singles of the week was Bryan Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher. Tag team of the week was The Acclaimed versus the Iron Savages. And my show of the week, for 2 weeks in a row, Collision. And that was Pick 6 for October 2nd through the 7th. Or the 8th. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's read deep again from the Book of Smart Mark on week 2 of our wrestling intake, which starts with Raw from October 9th. Is that the correct date? I'm making sure. Yep, it is. October 9th. Ivar defeats Kofi Kingston. Nia Jax versus Raquel Rodriguez comes to a no contest. Bronson Reed defeats Ricochet and Chad Gable to become the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. They're the number 1 contender against Gunther. Drew McIntyre defeats JD McDonough. Becky Lynch defeated Tegan Nox. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, the newly won tag team champions, defeat Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, the former tag team champions. And we move on to NXT from the 10th. Asuka defeated Roxanne Perez to kick off the Tuesday Night War. As mind you, the episode of Dynamite was also on this episode, so we had a bunch of people going at each other's throats for no good reason, because they like to pick their favorite wrestling show of the other, and God forbid. The Brawling Brutes defeat the Gallus Boys. Ilya Dragunov defeated Dirty Dom. Lola Vice defeated Danny Palmer. And in the main event, we had Carmelo Hayes with John Cena in his corner, defeating Braun Breaker with the Wiseman, Paul Heyman in his corner. And to top us off for the night, we got a big old chokeslam from the American Badass Undertaker. You know I love to see that. And moving on, Dynamite from the same night, from the 10th. We open up with a special, this one was a pre-show match. Eddie Kingston defeated Suzuki. I do believe that was a pre-show match, right? And then both of them had their first 30 minutes ad-free. So we were eating really good there, in my opinion. Little competition, man. We were able to enjoy both programs half-hour commercial-free to start out with. Then we had Bryan Danielson defeating Swerve Strickland. Orange Cassidy defeating Rey Fenix. Wardlow defeating Matt Sydal. Jay White defeating Hangman Adam Page. Hikaru Shida defeating Saraya to become the AEW Women's Champion. And Edge defeating Luchasaurus. We had Impact from the 12th. Because mind you, Dynamite was on a Tuesday, nothing on that Wednesday. We're moving on to a Thursday now. That's how days of the week work, brother. The Rascals defeat Sami Callihan and Rich Swann. Dirty Dango defeats Champagne Singh, Eric Young, and Jordynne Grace. Casa Steelz defeated Courtney Rush. Frankie Kazarian defeated Eddie Edwards in an amazing main event. Really awesome shit. Bloody chest and all. A warrior is Frankie Kazarian. Ring of Honor from the 12th of October. Eddie Kingston defeated Serpentico in a Proving Grounds match. The Gates of Agony defeated Fresco and Watson. That is the team of Lights Camera Faction. Athena defeated Maserati. QT Marshall defeated Daga. Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty defeated the Infantry. Angelico defeated Martin Cassis, the former Marty the Moth. Willow Nightingale defeated Layla Hirsch. Action Andretti defeated Gringo Loco. Billy Starks defeated Rachel Riveter. Kip Sabian defeated Anthony Henry. That was pretty cool to see Kip get a win there, especially on that caliber. Ethan Page defeated Christopher Daniels. Scorpio Sky defeated Darius Martin to close us out of Ring of Honor and bring us into SmackDown from the 13th, Friday the 13th. Pretty Deadly, the returning Pretty Deadly, Yes Boy, defeated the Brawling Brutes. Bayley defeated Zelina Vega. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defeated Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. And to top us off, LA Knight defeated Solo Sikoa. Rampage from the Friday the 13th. Brother Zay and the Hardys defeated Daniel Garcia and Cool Hand and Daddy Magic. Jay Lethal defeated Trent Beretta. Sky Blue defeated Emi Sakura. Blackpool Combat Club defeat the Gates of Agony, and we move on to Collision from the 14th. Samoa Joe defeated Willie Mack. Juice Robinson defeated Christopher Daniels. Kyle Fletcher defeated Boulder Bronson. Chris Statlander defeated Sky Blue. Keith Lee defeated Turbo Floyd. Christian defeated Bryan Danielson for the main event of that. And now I am going to cover, if you will, as soon as I pull up my notes from the phone, Pro Wrestling Revolver, Tales from the Ring. This goes a little something like this. You know, this is a smaller indie event, and of course this is the last smaller indie event for the intake. And I'll review the show, but not each match. That's how I do it. And like I said, I'm still formulating my ideas on how I'm going to do Tales from the Nosebleeds, if I'll keep the same formula or keep going. But here we go. Pro Wrestling Revolver, Tales from the Ring. Alan Angels defeated Dante Leon. Excellent match. This was really cool to see Alan in this light. Vert Vixen defeated Killer Kate. Purple Haze defeated The Scorn. Rich Swann defeated Laredo Kid. That was another amazing match. Steve Macklin defeated Brick Savage and Lance Archer. This was a lot of meat in this match, and I came out a real big fan of Brick Savage. I really like this guy's powerbomb. Exodus Prime wins a sudden death scramble. The Rascals defeat Alpha Sigma Sigma. This was an amazing tag team match. This was a really good show. Steve Macklin defeated... Ace Austin defeated J.D. Griffey. And in an amazing match. A super really good match. I didn't know J.D. Griffey before this one too much, but I certainly do now. On a one-on-one basis with Ace Austin match here. And to end it out, we had a Texas Coffin match between Matthew Palmer and Abaddon. This was amazing. You just go back and watch this. You gotta go order the event to watch this main event. It was a perfect way to spend your Spooktober watching this. It was definitely a very cool October match, a fall match, a Halloween match. Excellent stuff. I'd have to give Pro Wrestling Revolver Tales from the Ring a solid 9. A solid 9 for them. One second. Now, let's go with week 2's pick 6. And it goes a little something like this. Maybe these are a little past due accolades from Fastlane, but I gotta give them out when I can. My man of the week is Seth Rollins. Woman of the week is Io Sky. Singles of the week, Christian Cage versus Bryan Danielson. Tag of the week, the Brawling Brutes versus Gallus. Show of the week was NXT, as we move into my long form discussion content of NXT with the coach. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up another episode of Suplexes and Stuff. Please, if you're listening on audio, give a rating. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your patronage. Make sure you're following on that platform of choice. Shoot a rating on there. Another good way is to follow my pod page, which I'll also link here in the description. And follow the Linktree. And the pod page will let you know every time a new episode is up, and you can pick right from your preferred audio platform of choice there. So, like I said, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're really moving into some awesome stuff here. I appreciate your patronage. I'm gonna put some cool stuff out here for you. Thank you for listening, and you'll be hearing from me real soon.